Indonesia's biggest jail, Chimpangan Prison, has a special section for the rising number of drug criminals. Here, inmates are in rehab programs based on the controversial teachings of America's Church of Scientology.
We notice changes in their behaviors. They are happy, more obedient and disciplined. They look cleaner and tidier.
But the chief warden says it's not easy to implement such programs because the prison is overcrowded.
We are only capable of holding 1,084 prisoners, but today we have 2,933 inmates. It causes many problems. There's not enough clean water for them. There's little room for resting or rehab activities.
With so many drug users inside, traffickers and even some guards often try to smuggle drugs into prisons. In 2013, a meth lab was found here.
We all know there was one time that we found drug production activities on a small scale. This case is an indicator for us to be more aware of the involvement of prison staff in trafficking. Those staff involved were fired and some were even convicted.
Now freed, this meth addict says drugs are easy to get in prison. Inside, he and many other prisoners contracted HIV.
In jail, I used heroin, which was easy to find. But it was hard to conceal needles, so one needle was shared around the cell block.
Ruri Wedesmara is a lawyer who has spent time in jail for drug offences. He says the narcotic laws are too tough.
Laws criminalise the victim. If someone buys drugs for their own use, it's described in the laws as being involved in an illicit trade. If you're caught with 1 gram of drugs, you're sent to jail.
Indonesia says there are over 4 million addicts here, and that's why it fights a tough drug war. Every week, those caught in the trade are shamed in a news conference like this one. It's controversial, but the government says 33 people die from overdoses a day, so tough measures are needed to fight drugs. Drew Ambrose, Al Jazeera, Jakarta.